So, Cynthia, in this lesson, we're going to look at how to show a home. Because obviously there's so many, there's rooms, there's hallways, staircases. There's one rule of thumb, is you always want to manage your space and your distance between you and the client. And you always want to make sure to avoid to go into any area that you might be cornered. So if I'm showing a home, Luigi, come here, and I walk in this way and I'm showing him the home, what happens right here?
You're stuck in a corner.
I'm cornered. Let's
Yes.
say he had a weapon. Let's say he decided to attack me. At any point, there's nowhere I can run because I'm cornered. I would have no choice but to fight him. So what do you want to do? You want to always make sure that you're avoiding going in positions that you're cornered. So come over here, Luigi. If I'm here, right, and I want to show him the kitchen, well, first thing I want to avoid is walking in and turning my back. I always want to make sure I'm looking at him. I'm creating a distance. And if I'm showing him the kitchen, I could take a step back and I could show him the kitchen this way. Even there, I wouldn't stand. I would be standing this way. Why?
Okay.
Because I already know I could run out from this way. As soon as, even staying over here, go back here.
Okay.
If I come over here, guess what? You're stuck, right? But if I'm over here and I'm showing the house, again, I could show the house, go inside the kitchen, and I'm creating, again, I'm keeping my eye on him, okay? Now, let's look at if you're going up the staircase, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm showing him over here the staircase, the last thing I want to do is turn my back and be like, here, follow me, let me show you the staircase. How would you show him the staircase if you had to show it to him?
I would tell him to go first.
Okay, where would you stand?
Probably here, so that I could escape if ever something happens.
So, yes.
Right here?
So right in the corner. I wouldn't stay by the staircase because at any point, let's say he decided to push me, he wanted to attack me. So I would use, more or less, you want to use the corners, which means move right up to the side. I would be this way, and I would ask him to go up the staircase. Now, let's say he tells me, tell me ladies first.
After you, man.
No, go ahead.
I insist.
Go right ahead. No, just go right ahead. I'll just follow you. Don't let words sway you into allowing him, especially if for whatever reason, it's okay, Luigi, especially if I felt something, I saw something. Again, you're using your common sense and your logic. You see a family with 2 kids, you might not use this approach.
No.
You see a guy walking in, the cap, the tattoos, he's maybe asked you some odd questions. He's made you feel uncomfortable. He's tried to ask you questions not relative to the house. You're in code red. That means you don't give him an inch of space, of distance, any place that he might be able to grab me or attack me. So I'm always keeping an eye no matter where he's moving.
Yes.
Okay? So if he goes up the stairs, start going up the stairs, again, I'm keeping my eye up on him. Now, let's go see upstairs when you're showing a bedroom. Now you're in a position that you're actually between 2 walls, you're cornered. There's a distance that's very close. He wants to see the bedroom. What position would you take? How would you show him the bedroom?
I think we would switch position, actually. I would let him go first.
Already right now, he's kind of got you cornered if he decided to attack you.
Yeah.
So this is one of the reasons why you want to make sure that you're always keeping him in front. If at any point I felt that he was getting close, I would want to make sure that I don't get close to him, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm in a position where I'm not going to be cornered, right? Where I might tell him just go right ahead, where I'm going to let him pass, and I'm also going to keep my back on the wall, right? Where I'm not going to expose anything. The idea is you always want to keep him in your angle of attack, where if you decided to grab me, right, my hands are here to defend myself. If at any point I needed to strike, I can. What you don't want to do is give the angle, turn your back around, turn your head around. That means I'm always keeping my eye on him. So if you were here, you would tell him, you would angle off here, you would tell him go right ahead. And as you're doing this, you're also moving. You're talking, you're using your hands, and you're always moving. The last thing you want to do is stay static. Why? If you stay static and you're not moving, it's easier for him to attack you. If you keep moving, he has to reshift himself. As well, I know that if I'm moving here and he starts moving in close, then that's a signal to you that he's trying to come in close. He might be trying to attack you, which means your awareness should be at high alert, ready to, again, to run, to escape, or to strike. So if you're showing the bedroom, I would be right here, go right ahead. And if he goes inside, he looks at the bedroom. I could stay right over here by the door frame, not inside the room, because at any point if he decides to charge me,
Yes.
I'm here where I can see him. I could see him. I'm also by the door frame where if I need to run, I could run. I could also slam the door, close the door to, again, create just a small, to break a few seconds where I could run. So you always want to keep your eye on him. And again, if I'm moving back, then I'll start doing this way. You know, I'll start creating some distance as I'm talking to him, and I'll let him go. Again, I'm always keeping him in my vision. I'm never taking my eye off on him, and I'm making sure to use all the corners to my advantage where I can't be cornered or trapped, where I'm going to give him the advantage over myself. So again, you're using the awareness, you're using verbal, you're moving around, you're studying the body language, and you're also making sure that you're not giving him any of those angles that you might be vulnerable for an attack.